Okay, boys and girls, I caught myself being a weak little weasel. Just downstairs 5 minutes ago, I was downstairs thinking to myself, it's a pull day. Oh, that's gonna be hard. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make any progress. I was being a little bee, right? And I'm not talking about the animal. So, in those times, if you're thinking those things and then suddenly it pops into you, if I were to hear this out loud from someone else, I would call him a pussy, right? That's when you know that you're being weak, right? Does it matter if I don't make that much progress today, right? Does it matter if I doubt myself that I'm not ever going to be able to do 45 seconds of front lever? It doesn't really matter, right? Because I'm not going to know until I try. I'm not going to know until, I'm way past my prime, 60 years old, unable to even do a pull-up, right? Probably at 60 years old, I'll still be able to do a pull-up, but you get what I'm saying. Right now, the only thing I can do to make sure that I know if I can do the 45 seconds front lever or not is to train fucking hard and keep chipping away at the wall. Because, right? That's how you break PRs. Sometimes, breaking PRs is like chipping away at the wall. You want to take the wall down. So you keep hammering away. And sometimes you're hammering at a spot and there are no cracks, right? Nothing's breaking. But then you just hammer at a different spot. Oh, now there's a crack, and the crack is leading all the way up to the previous space. So if I now go back and I hammer that place, guess what? It comes down. You just hammer at all these different places, all these little different trainings that you can do to progress, and eventually the wall will crumble and you will have reached a new PR. So, yes, sometimes you're going to be a little bitch in your head. That's normal. Everyone has that. But make sure to tell yourself that it's okay, that you can, just keep training no matter what the result will be. And then eventually something will come out of it. You have to trust in the fact that something will come out of it. So, yes, tomorrow or today, I had a little bit of bitch thoughts, but it's going to be good. We're going to do front lever pull-ups. We're going to do front lever holds. And even if the progress is not insane, even if there is no progress at all, the fact that we made it another day is progress in of itself. So I'm going to quit yapping now, start with my front lever pull-ups, 5 sets of 11, and then we'll go on with some other presses. All right, third set. The Rocky teams are blasting in the background. That's how you get a good workout in. One more set of wide pull-ups and then we move on to maybe some weighted even. It's the final countdown, boys. Woo! Oh, holy shit. I don't know if that was 3 or 4. I forgot I had these on. All right. Let's move on to some presses. Okay, next up is front lever holds and presses. And I'm gonna take a bit of a longer rest. Like I mentioned yesterday, if you train for skills, for strength on the skills, then it's better to have longer rest. So in between these two exercises, I do take a bit of a longer break to just make sure that I have enough energy to continue in the training. But in the beginning of this training, before we started, I was being a little weak weasel, having doubts in my mind of, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult. And now, halfway through the training, it's already a success. I did front lever pull-ups harder than last time, That's already a success, even if I fail on this next exercise, right? It doesn't matter, because today I already went full horsecock mode on those pull-ups, and nothing can take it away from me, So anyway, front lever presses and holds. I'm gonna aim for a super long set once again, and then we'll see from there. Fuck. Let's do a rest pause. Drop sit. We're gonna go and push past failure. Alright, so no real progress on the endurance part of the front lever. About the same result as last time, if not a little worse, probably a little worse. And the reason being, mostly, I'm actually all the time, every time I train, I'm doing the pull-ups first, and I'm doing a little more on those pull-ups, right? I did the same 5x11 pull-ups just like last time, but I went harder on them, I was able to push my body further, leaving me less energy for the holds and the presses. And now this is important because I'm telling you guys and myself, my main goal is the 45-second front lever hold. Yet here I am doing those pull-ups at the first part of my training, which I don't think is a bad thing, They're a good base for front lever strength. I think I will keep them, but at the same time, I'm only doing real hold training in the front lever once every 6 days. That's something that really isn't something to be tolerated, all right? Because it's the same as, people saying that they need to train basics like for a year before they can train skills. It's just the fact, that the skills are what you actually care about. So starting on it, putting yourself in danger of, letting yourself down on those things that matter to you, on those skills that matter to you, that's scary. That's why you avoid it by putting hurdles in front of you. I have to train basics. Here in my case, I have to do front lever pull-ups in front of or before the front lever press, right? It's because the actual hold is scary to me. So good realization of that today. I will keep in front lever pull-ups, but I will make sure that I train front lever holds more than once every 6 days, because that's just not enough. I will do it on the lighter pull days as well. So if you're having this main goal of yours, and you notice that you're always doing other things before getting to your main goal, guess what? I think somewhere in the back of your head, you've got things twisted, you gotta straighten that out. But anyway, I'll do some more holds and press sets to get some more volume in here, and then move on to the accessories, which will be the finisher of the day. Whew. Nonetheless, a good set though. Guys, this just never really gets old, does it? Oh. Whew. The phone lever just gives you such a good bump. It never gets old. Alright, phone lever done. Not really any progress on the holds and presses, but I guarantee it, next time on the training I will not be avoiding holds and presses. And I'm talking not about 6 days from now, but on the next full training I will do holds and presses as well. So if I don't do any holds in 3 days, you can spam some pussy emojis in the comments. Anyway, now I'm gonna move on to the final set of accessories. Again, leg raises. I'm gonna aim for 15 leg raises with bodyweight again, and then try to do a front lever hold at the end, because I failed it last time, but I feel like I can do it. So let's give that a go. Fuck. The difficult part is the fucking grip. Whew. Forearms are destroyed from that last set. It's not the part of abs or the back or anything. I feel like those are fine, but hanging on to the bar for 75 seconds and then pulling yourself up in the front lever, at the end you're holding like with just your fingertips. That's where it's difficult. So I guess I'll need another training to get revenge on this again, because now I failed it twice. I have to get revenge. But anyway, today was a good training, In the beginning, before starting, I was like, shit, I might not be able to progress today, right? And it's tough in your mind because you want to progress, right? Everyone wants to progress, but I think it's important to remind yourself that even if you don't have progress every training, right? As long as you can look back every now and then and see progress compared to, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, that's what really matters. There are some trainings that are going to go bad. Sometimes you're going to, run into problems. You're not able to progress anymore and you need to adjust your trainings, but you don't know how. Those are all problems we have, but, the only way you're going to surpass those problems, get around them, is to keep training. So if you're telling yourself, oh fuck, today is going to be a hard training, I don't want to do this. If you're telling yourself that you don't want to do it, then you're really, going to have a bad training. If you tell yourself the training you're going to do is meaningless, it's going to be meaningless. But if you tell yourself that the training you're going to do has meaning, it's going to have meaning. It's all in your fucking head. Today, I might not have progressed on the main goals, right? The holds, but still, there was some progress on the pull-ups. And also, I got the realization like, fuck yeah, I have to train harder, right? I have to train harder on the holds to progress on the holds. That's what's holding me back. The training can be as hard as I want to, I like training. It's okay to have hard training, but just getting around all those little pieces of the puzzles, keeping the hammer on the wall, I guess, like I was mentioning, keep hammering away on the wall. Eventually it will crumble. But if you hammer in one spot and that spot is so strong that it doesn't budge well, then you gotta knock somewhere else to get some cracks in the wall before you can get through, And bit by bit, you will make that wall fall. You will get to your goals. So if you have those thoughts of like, shit, it's gonna be hard. I don't know if I can get to my goal. I don't know if I can get the full planche. I don't know if I can put on muscle. The only way you're gonna find out is to keep hammering away. So that's it for today's training. Tomorrow is gonna be fun. Yes, tomorrow is gonna be a bit of a, how do I say it? A YOLO day, I guess. Today was quite calm in the running, but tomorrow I'm gonna do 14 kilometers of running at a quite high pace, and after that we have a leg day. So it's gonna be a bit of a mental game, I'll say. Just like today, but different. So I'll see you then. Now I'm gonna have some food and recover for tomorrow. Whew.